Hanya ada PVP. Coba ah. Bentar ya. Oh ini.
I think the wizard. So the wizard for the between the two teams. So what do you expect for this match, Stas?
To be honest, I'm quite excited because one of our top streamers is playing within Mango
Ooh.
Javier. Lady Anne is playing the
Oh.
Dark
Ta,
Mage.
ta, ta,
So
ta,
I would
ta.
like to see what kind of skill Lady Anne can portray. Of course, she's quite famous. She knows the game well, and she's been playing for a very long time. Because as I know of, she's one of the streamers who pushed Cabal Combo Interactive within the community of PH
Bahasanya
when
bahasa
they were just starting.
bahasa
So
apa
I'm
nih?
quite curious what kind of exhibition Lady Anne will showcase tonight. And of course, Jading, what kind of technique the skills and the strategies they will show tonight. How about you, bro
Well,
James?
for me, I think the Mango Javier team is one of the champions of the past franchise. Well, I think this would be a very exciting match between these two teams since I saw since a lot of players on the Mango Javier is a veteran
Oh,
for this. So I think, well, let's see on how they use their classes since they have the experience, they have the tournament experience for this. I don't think they can. I think that they can play under pressure. So, but well, it differs on how Jading could utilize their lineup. Since the only difference between this would be the so the Jading don't have any wizard,
Oh,
but they have the
ganti
force
judul,
archer.
ganti
So the
judul.
difference between
Nobah,
the two
nobah.
teams is
Kita nobah dulu
Mango
dah.
Javier don't have the force archer. Okay, so they don't have the force archer. I think let's see on how they can sustain the damage on Jading. So let's see. I think they have the force archer, but we'll see on how they can sustain, on how they can deal damage.
to be honest, I'm quite excited. What
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Nobar,
strategy
pengen
they will
nobar tuh.
play around for Dark Mage, because Dark Mage is one of the strongest PvP classes since it has the Petrify and Silence. Because I do think players who can see that they can easily defect one of the players can easily utilize the game and control the outcome of the winning team.
Well, my mistake is
Eh,
so I think
udah mulai masuk.
they have they have the both teams have
HD,
force
bukan
archers.
HD.
So well, I see here Mikey FS. So this is my co-streamer, no, Will Made is playing also. Also two streamers
Dulu ya.
for Team Mango Javier, Z Lady Ann, and also
Ta.
Mikey FS. So let's see on how they can use on how they can win this match.
To be honest, is it right? Is that Will made?
Yeah, it's
Masa
correct. That's Will
89 sama
Made.
Mai?
So Will made
190. Emang,
do you know if Will made has a lot of experience regarding
Oh
this kind of
yes,
event?
yes, because he is a past champion between the two
Oh,
of that past franchise. So
Sabi niya,
he has the experience, he has the gameplay, he has the strategy.
kaya stone di sana.
Also, he
Binisip niya.
plays for Cabal Mobile. But right now, guys,
Oh,
a lot
mati.
of oh,
Oh,
I think
aduh, mati langsung.
Lady
Binisip
Anne
niya.
is down. I think it's
looks like they focused.
Lady Anne is down for this match. So the Shadow Shield is cast, but let's see if they can bounce back.
Cok, apaan,
Looks
Cok?
like they really
Binisip niya.
focus the streamers, because within our games, even our players are focusing the streamers, killing them first to show the
Yeah.
superior, to show
Yeah,
them who's
yeah.
really superior.
Well, Z Lady Anne bounce back here using
Okay.
her
Muter-muter,
defensive
bagus
skills.
juga.
So
Wizardnya
let's see
nyari-nyari
Light
spot tuh.
FA for the team
Oke,
Jennings is
mulai
done
ditangkap,
also.
mulai ditangkap.
So let's see on how they could use their
Manggo
skills
ditangkap
really-
di sana, Manggo
really well.
kabur.
So as you can
Push
see
Manggo
here, the
kabur.
DM or Z Lady Anne is, I think it's Kiro. So he's dealing a lot of damage.
Nice, mati
Oh
dua.
my God.
So the Dark Mage,
Wah, cara
okay,
mati.
so the Dark Mage
Kamu
is,
ini saya sakit
ayan,
dah.
the Dark Mage is
Look at
Doing
that, the
this.
petrify.
Juga.
You are right, bro, James. They are really utilizing the skills of the dark mage. Since look at that, it's petrified for
The
15
fear,
seconds.
mabuti
They can
muna,
easily
mabuti
pick
fear.
off those other players who are
Try,
still
cara mainnya.
damageable. That's why I do think that Mango Javier is starting to have an edge against Jading.
Yeah,
Since
they
Mango
are
Javier,
getting the advantage. They are
yes.
since XGia here, the Force Archer of Mango Javier is also dealing a lot of damage and also a lot of sustain for their team. So
Yes,
I
that's
think
true.
he is looking for a different
Jartus.
positions and doing hit and run, also healing his teammates, dealing damage also from time to time. So as you see here, CM Stas, the HP of Mango Javier is always 100% full. It never go down to at least 70% at least because
That
of
is
the
true.
good sustain by XGA FA here. On
It's-
the other hand, uh,
dikejar sama
the
soundnya.
Jading is looking for a
Dikejar
target.
sama
I
Gojek
think they
Fira
are
dikejar.
really
Gojek Fira
targeting the
dikejar
Force Archer
sama
here.
Hasin
It's
dikejar.
a 3v1
Deketin, oke
since
dihajar
here
Kastun di
CL.
sana, dihajar rame-rame.
That is true.
Digembeng langsung
It's
Gojek
quite
Fira.
amazing how
Belum
Mango
mati
Javier
masih
has
hidup.
been utilizing their classes, and you could easily see
Mati
the
bodoh ini
difference
acara
between the experience within the
tim
players.
ini.
Wilmade has been creating a lot of
Mango Javi yang
a lot of
mati-mati.
damage with his skills, and of course sustaining the damages he's receiving from the opposing team.
Well, that's correct since even you don't try to kill the Force Shielder, it also deals a lot of damage.
Yes.
And also gain a lot of kills since I also used the Force Shielder during the community tournament, and I can say that shielders can deal a lot of damage, especially with these kinds of fights. It's also a pre-made character, so skills and also the damage is there, so it gives them a different advantage. Oh,
Di
I
sana,
think IBL
mati.
is
Warriornya,
a HP
baik kah?
and
Mati
XL
lagi
carry
acara,
almost
dikejar
down.
lagi.
So that would be a challenge for Team Jading here.
Mati
So
Warriornya, Assassinnya
the
mati.
Force Archer is
Mariel mati di
getting
situ dari
killed
JD.
as early as
Mambo Javier di
possible,
sini timnya
not sustaining his
dominasi ya.
teammates.
I
As
do
well.
think that Jeding is missing the essence of the Force Archer, since the class can heal and create a lot of damage, but as you can see, Mango Javier are really targeting their Force Archer to cancel the abilities of the Jading's Force Archer, because I do think as a player during this kind of tournaments, they are really trying to get for the win, since Jading are being reduced in numbers, so therefore Mango Javier has a lot of time to kill the other players from Jading. Do you agree with me, Bro James?
Well, correct. That is true since if you can really sustain your teammates well, it will be a game changer. And also XGFA is down. So the target of Mango Javier here is the Force Archer, since they know that the Force Archer can heal also, that also can deal a lot of damage as well. And as you can see here, also the Dark Mage of Team Jading is doing a hit and run, but he's really he's doing a great job. He's doing a
Yes.
great job.
I totally
Doing,
agree with you.
mhm.
I'm quite curious with the Shielder. Since the BM2 makes it a long range character, it's quite insane to deal damage and at the same time tank damage from the opposing team.
Mhm.
Once
Well,
again,
correct. Since a Force Shielder has this suppression skill, especially when once you use the BM2. So I think it's for about 3 to 4 seconds of suppression that you can use skills and you're stuck up. So that's an advantage if you have the Force Shielder in your team.
I
Since
totally agree.
that you have the
Pintar loh
extra
Mango
3 to 4
Javier lah no.
seconds to really
Si
deal
Esther
a lot of
Smith
damage,
pintar dia.
damage to the enemies. What the Shadow Shield also casted for Team Jading here. So we do have last 4 minutes, and Mango Javier is leading this match.
yes.
So let's see if Team Jading can bounce back for
Yeah,
this.
I'm really hoping that Jading starts utilizing their classes, especially the Force Archer, because a lot of people in the comment section are starting to say that the Force Archer from Jading is not being utilized and always
Yeah.
getting killed. So I
Jadi,
do think they need to
Force
protect them.
Archer-nya jelek
The
banget
Dark
mainnya.
Mage should
Mati
start
mulu, Cok.
silencing and start petrifying people, so that the space for Jading's Archer can easily be utilized.
Well, we can see here how Mango Javier have the experience for this kinds of tournament. I think they don't
Duh.
feel any pressure at all since
loh.
they are past champions of
Kejar aja
the
Force Archer.
past franchise.
Dihajar di situ.
So they know
Sekarat.
the strategy, they know on
Dihajar
how
di
to
stun.
play those
Oke,
classes.
dikasih kabur, dikejar
They
terus
know
di
on
heal.
what to focus fire between
Oke,
the
masih bisa
classes.
kabur.
And the will and that's correct. So we see here that they are leading this match.
Yeah, I
Ada
totally
Force Archer
agree with
dikejar
you,
terus
Bro
tuh
James.
di
Looks
kanan,
like
dikejar
experience
terus bertiga.
is truly showing within the duration of this match. It has been
Duar.
already two minutes, and I do think that Jading should start warming up and fire down Mango
Cuaca.
Javier, since
Bener.
they are really
Jadi
showing
pas acara kabur mulu,
Mango
Cok.
Javier is really showing
Karena udah tahu
exceptional
ditargeting dia
performance right now,
kabur-kabur terus sekarang
since
lah.
they have been
Pinter,
targeting
pinter.
the Force
Harus
Archer
begitu sih,
again
kalau
and again
ditargetin itu
Yes,
tahu
and
diri
and
ya.
again. That's why they have. That's why the kill count of Mango Javier here is a lot of kills for the Force Archer, since a lot of their score, a lot of their kills, is from the Force Archer itself.
yes, that's
Since
true.
I think the greater strategy would be try to hit and run, and also use the heal very well, sustain very well, so that your teammates can deal a lot of damage. Especially Team Jading here is targeting Z Lady Anne, since he is one of the
Streamers
streamers, and
or
also
the squishier
one of
classes.
the classes that is also flexible.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But right now, Mango Javier has not been. Oh, looks like it's been moving. I thought their kill
Mhm.
count was not moving since Jading's been defending quite well, but
Mhm. Mhm.
it's a huge difference in the skills
Mhm.
and huge difference in the kills. So
Mhm.
let's see what kind of performance Jading might show here. You know, we Jading needs a miracle right now to
Yeah.
show that Mango Javier that they are far superior than them.
Yeah, I think it's correct, since it really shows the experience of Mango Javier here, and a lot of kills, a lot of experience, a lot of free hits. So they really are targeting the FA here, and also the Blader of Team Jading. That's why they are leading this match. And last 1 minute of this match. So I think, well, let's see if the last 1 minute can, if Jading can have any miracles.
That is true.
Well,
I'm still
mhm.
waiting for the haymaker of Jeding and show them and show us that they can actually accumulate kills. What do you think? Should Jading stop chasing the dark mage around, since it's the force archer that's making a lot of damage and making a lot of healings? What do you think?
Well, for me, the Jading could really protect their force archer, since that's the target of Mango Javier.
Hmm.
So that's really the target of Mango Javier. The kill count is really coming from the force archer here, and also the force in the blader. So that's why they are leading the
That is
match.
true.
Well,
That is true.
last 10 seconds, I think Mango Javier will win with this match, and let's see. Oh, Light FA again is dead. The Force Archer again is dead. So as you can see, a lot of kill counts from Mango Javier come from the Force
Ini
Archer.
jadi ente.
And
Eh,
the winner
Looks
of this match would be Mango Javier. Wow, the logo is on fire.
Kenapa
The
sih logonya?
is
Logonya
on
harusnya
fire.
kayak begituan ya?
And they have, I, I don't know whose piece is that. But congratulations to Mango Javier for winning this match. Well, a lot of
Nggak tahu kenapa nih lagi error nih
a
guys.
lot of
Asli,
strategy, as you can see.
lagi error nih
This
internet
is an
gua.
exciting match because we saw that it's not really all about getting the first 15 kills, but it's really about on how you can sustain, on how you can get those kills to win the match. So,
I
well, I totally agree. I totally agree with the strategy of Mango Javier, since they are really targeting the Force Archer,
Merah.
which is one of the classes that can really deal damage and sustain. So I think that's one of their advantage.
I totally agree with you, bro, James. Looks like the experience of the veterans from Mango Javier has clearly shown within this match, since they have been focusing the Force Archer of Team
Mm-mm.
Jading over and over again, and Team
Archernya
Jading
sih
is not
terlalu
utilizing their warrior to capture once again the damage dealer of
menurut
Mango
gua.
Javier.
Yeah,
Posisinya
I
jelek,
think
terlalu
well, let's see on the coming matches
nggak
on
tahu
how
posisi
they
lah.
could,
Jatuhnya
how
nggak tahu
can they
posisi lah.
kill, on how they can
Jelek,
on
jelek.
how they utilize their skill. But let's see the highlight of the match. Let's see.
Lihat ya.
So as you can see
Biar
here, this
lihat
would
dulu
be
lihat
the
Force
very
Archer.
first match, and they are really targeting Z Lady Anne here, and immediately his HP
Iya.
been down. So that's why Jading got the kill as early as possible. So as you can see here, the FA is really just dying. You know? It's just really
Yeah.
dying.
as I could recall from the Infinite Battle Bro James, you stated that if one class is being focused, they should stop reviving for a few minutes so that they can gain the team composure. I totally agree with that, and it's still relevant within the tournament of Maximize. And I would like to see on how the other teams can maximize their
Mhm.
force archer, since it creates a lot of damage, it creates a lot of sustain, and it's one of
Mm.
the poles that's holding the whole team.
Well, for me, this would be a very different tournament since this is a pre-made character. So I think if the team decided to resurrect or to resurrect their teammate, I think it should be better if they could really uh they could really protect the class that's been dying on that's been dying many times, so that
Kita lanjut dulu
they
biarin
could
mereka
really
ngoceh ya. Kita
compose
lanjut
the
dulu.
strategy very well, since I think
Salah.
they have the comms, no, they have the
Yes.
comms, they
Lanjut,
have
lanjut, lanjut.
they can strategize since the match is 10 minutes. But
Pick Alice.
that's the win for Mango Javier, since they really target uh the focus fire is on the force archer,
Yes,
so that's why they win the that's why they take the W on
that's
the
true.
match.
Mango Javier has taken the W easily because they have utilized their skills, their spacing, of course, eliminating the competition once the Force Archer has been down from jetting. I totally agree with you, Bro James. But um, what kind of strategies would you like to see for our next matches, Bro James?
Well, it would be targeting the most the classes like the Force Archer, the Dark Mage, the Wizard. So that's the reason why they are. That's the reason to have those skills, to get those skills and take an advantage, take the W. And as we can see here on Manga here, they are targeting the Force Archer. So a lot of income comes from the Archer itself.
Yes, that is true. I totally agree with you. The next match will show Team Conso versus Bisaya Business. Now, what kind of business will the
Oh,
Bisaya show?
wow.
Good.
What a
I'm
great
quite
name.
excited.
What a great name.
So since Exodia, one of our veteran players will be playing for Team Console, and the Bisaya Business going against them, what kind of match are you expecting for Team Console and Bisaya Business, Bro James?
I don't see their lineup.
Oke lah mereka ngoceh.
That would be a
Kita
great
quest
match.
dulu lah.
Let's see on how they could utilize. So it really
Speednya
differs
sih emang
on how
kenceng
they
di sini
can
gua
use the
akuin.
Force Shielder, the Force Archer, and also the Dark Mage. Whenever those teams utilize or use those classes very well, they have the advantage. They really have the advantage if they really use those classes very well.
I
So
totally agree
that's
with
the
you.
reason why some other teams don't do it.
I totally agree.
Well,
Um,
let's see how they can use what will be the lineup between this match. So I think the lineup is here. So for the lineup of Team Console would be the Force Archer, Dark Mage, Force Leader, Force Leader, the Gladiator. While on Bisaya Business would be the Gladiator, Force Shielder, Dark Mage, Force Archer, and
Once again, we can see that the gladiators are approaching. So continue what you're trying to say, since there's a lot of inputs that you can, create within this kind of lineups.
mm, well, I think the only difference between these teams would be the Force Blader. So we'll see on how Team Console would utilize their Force Blader partnering with the Dark Mage. So a lot of long range for Bisaya Business here. So let's see on how they can use those classes to win this match.
Fokus
So
ganda.
a lot of
Apa
the
ya?
buffs from the Dark
Lo pada
Mage,
bawa
Dark Mage
job-job
abilities,
yang
item
biasa-biasa
buffs,
aja gitu.
also on how the
Post
Team Console
Leader,
can
Post
utilize
Blader,
their mana
Gladiator udah
freeze
pakai
and
Post
also
Archer.
their
Post Archer selalu
execration,
dipakai.
the field of execration to target a specific class between this match. Well, not being biased, but I think the Bisaya Business would have an advantage here, but
Bisaya
let's see on
business.
how Team Konso
Bisaya business.
want
Bisa lah.
on how they could use their Dark Link and Force Blader very well. Since also, as you can, as you said,
Tsaka
earlier,
yun naman.
Stas, the Gladiator can deal. The Gladiator can deal damage, can support. So it's a very flexible class, especially with these kinds of tournaments. So that's our. So those teams can watch or can really win if they could use the Gladiator very well.
Yes, that is true. I'm quite curious. What kind of skills does the gladiator? Does the gladiator have a heal? Because I'm not
Yeah.
quite familiar since
Yeah.
I've not been seeing the gladiator for a very long time within the game.
Yeah, Gladiator had heal, so it depends on the pure. It depends on the. It's some kinds of a but the Gladiator has a heal, so he can select the
Si
between his
masih
healers
select
on
dia.
who he can. I
Loh,
think it
ba't
had
sampai
a
kesini
10
pa?
second cooldown. So well,
Tsaka nih.
so let's see so between these two teams. So but remember, Dark Mage has an anti-heal, so
Yes. You know,
So-
within our dark mages, I have not been seeing the dark mages putting out the pillars. Since the
Yes.
pillars can create a lot of damage, plus can create a lot of damage amplifications for their teammates. So I'm really curious why they are not trying to utilize this kind of
Well,
skill.
actually, for that, I think they have the rules for the usage of the pillars. I think it's not ano yun? What do you call this? It's not
not
really okay
permitted.
to use. Yeah, since a lot of problems can be created if you use the pillars, especially during the past tournaments on mobile or on PC. So whenever someone uses the pillars, so I think they broke the rules. So the use of pillars have rules.
It's
So-
just too OP. The pillars are just too OP.
Yes,
in your
also
opinion.
it can also it will also disconnect you. The user or the targeted user if they use the pillar. So that's the reason. So that's the reason why pillars are not permitted to use, especially during this kind of especially on the past tournaments.
So, Bro James, Anduins is already
Yay!
here.
Hello. And Reed is back.
So let's just wait for Anduins to set up. I think we'll just have a quick switch up. So,
Mhm.
Mr. Setman, can we make a 2 minutes break for a bit so Anduins can be set up within our stream? Is that okay?
Well, let's
Okay,
wait. So
so
Anduin is here.
if this will be switching, so Mr. Cameraman, do your magic, and here it goes.
A live switch up during the match.
Heyo guys, sorry for keeping you waiting for such a long time. My apologies to each and every one of
Siapa,
you
Cak?
watching
Ini
out
siapa
there.
anjir?
And hey, what is up everyone? We are at 89, 89
Siapa ini? Nggak tahu,
people
Pak.
watching
Nggak kenal
us right
aja.
now. What's up, bro James? How are you?
What's up? What's up? I'm good. I'm good. So we are at the third match of the
Apa?
day.
Bodo amat lah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is nice. So we are currently at the third match. How is the tournament going so far?
Well, technically it's a really exciting match. A lot of different teams, a lot of familiar names from the tournament, but a lot of strategy is being used by different teams.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so again, this is next set of tournament that we're having right now. So this is the Ultimate War of the Celestials. This is the maximized battle. Okay, so far, Bro James, if you don't mind me asking, at least try to get me up to speed. So, who are the winners for our first three matches?
Well, for the first match, the win would be from Amplified. Second win, so the recent match is from Mango Javier. So the third match is just starting. So between those two teams, they really have an advantage. I think Mango Javier have if you know Lady Anne, si Lady Anne Wilmaid also is playing. So So a lot of experience from Mango Javier, and also Team Amplified have their 15-0 score between their team, between the other team. Okay, I think the match will start right now. So for the lineup right here, Team Konzo is the GL. Team Konzo have the Gladiator, the Dark Mage, the Force Blader, and also the Force Shielder and the Force Archer. While on Bisaya Business would be Cartel Cobain for the Shielder, Shun for their FA, Master Jing for GL, Xard FB for the Force Blader, and Carbon Papi for the Dark Mage. So this would be a very exciting match between on how they could utilize
Mulai lagi. Habis ini kita switch ya, sabar.
So, let's see on who will win.
Bisaya bisnis ini orang Indo, wah, gua rasa ada yang Bisaya bisnis tuh orang luar yang ngomong.
The blue costumes and also for the Bisaya
aneh
business
emang.
would be on the gold one, the legacy metal ones. So let's see. So a lot of skills are being cooled down. I think misclick by Team Bisaya Business here. So I'm very excited on how Team Konzo would utilize their Dark Mage and also their Force Blader as well. So let's see guys. So I think I will just read some comments on the comment section here. A lot of players are still supporting Bad Gal Jane. Shout out to you guys for our Indonesian players. And also, then Manalo here said that we are not allowed due to bug. Yes, I think that the disconnect one. So Gaga Prast Manani Indonesia was up. So Go Amplified, dun ka sa likod FS, the greatest fanboy of Bro James. Shout out to you, bro. Nyaris. Also, Anduins. Okay, so let's see guys on who will win this match. So we will wait just let's wait since there's a skill cooldown for Team Bisaya Business here. So who will win guys? Who do you think will win between these two teams, since a lot of familiar names for this? So Exodia will play for Team Konzo, so my co-streamer on Cabal PC. And for Bisaya Business, I also see a lot of familiar names, the Papi one. So let's see on who will win. Let's see on who will take an advantage for this one. So the game will start right now. So the game will start in let's see. Yes, I can hear you on Discord, but let's see if our cameraman can hear you. So I think the match will start now in 5, 4.
Oh, langsung berubah ya.
Let's try.
Okay. Okay, aura up, battle mode up.
Oke, langsung tim konsol depan, tim bisa bisnis langsung.
Trying to pin down that
Oh, itu siapa tuh? Down.
Force a shielder to use his ability, and I think that's gonna be it for that
Konsol FP mati.
Force blader.
Well,
Team
a really
Console
great
Miras
strategy
tim konsolnya.
Anduin's a really great strategy for team console here, because they use the petrified
Carbon Papi lagi dihajar di situ, nggak bisa kabur kemana-mana. Carbon Papi.
So they could not heal and also deal damage.
Masih bisa nge-heal Carbon Papi, nice banget heal dari temennya.
Team console here.
Right. So I think we already have one death kill under the name of Bisaya
Dikejar,
Business.
Fosfor,
But
Archer mulai
then again,
dikejar.
there's no counting them out as of now. Again, anything can happen here. Team Console, however, the Force Archer is, getting himself into a lot of trouble, getting himself into a lot of World of Hate.
Nice banget.
Gladiator's down. A lot of he's pinned down on that spot since a lot of
Master
focus
Jingle
points on
langsung
him.
tiras, cok.
Because Gladiator can deal damage but also support as well.
Yeah,
So
that's
team
right.
the Force Archer of Team Conso is on a critical HP and half HP as well. So Team Bisaya Business is targeting the Force Archer, but the Gladiator casted his shield on DFA, so he really sustained very well.
That's a very good
Apalagi
clutch coming
bizarnya
in
tim
from that
konsol.
Gladiator, saving the
Kedudukan
Force
satu
Archer
sama
Team
di sini
Console,
ya.
from getting eliminated right here. But I think the score is
Dua-duanya sama-sama
now
kuat
trying
nih,
to
dua-duanya
even
sama-sama
out.
kuat, dua-duanya
Okay,
sama-sama
we're
kuat.
trying to even out the score right here, everyone. And Team
Mati
Console,
lagi sih tim
however,
konsol.
is being punished.
Penyisipnya.
The Force shielder of Team Console is being targeted by everyone in the opposing team.
Yeah, that's correct. I think BB had the advantage for the kills right now. But both teams have the experience for these kinds of tournaments. Also, my co-streamer here is playing for Team Console Exodia. I don't know what class is he using, but he is playing. So the Mortal Bane, additional damage for the
Archer
FS
nggak
is
kabur,
casted
di
by
sana
Carbon.
diras, Carbon, Papi Dem langsung mati.
Pinned down.
Waduh.
Wow, a great strategy by Team Console here. I think it's an even match. It's a very exciting match, guys.
Langsung ya di lock ya, nggak
It's
kasih
like
main.
they're not giving each other time to
Kill di
breathe.
situ, nice
There's
banget.
no giving way. This is like a very insane bloodbath between Team Conso and Bisaya Business because they don't want to give each other the room to actually take advantage of one another. So this is a really, really cool match to see.
A very good strategy also by Team Conso
Kaya
targeting the
kalau
FA
sama,
of Team Bisaya
dua-dua.
Business here. So they
Di situ
don't have
Archer
the
sudah
sustain
mulai
also,
di hit,
they don't
semua
have- so they
Archer
could
sudah
have
mulai
the
dikejar.
sustain and also the
Resto di
damage
situ
to
Carbon Papi Dem
Wow,
mati lagi.
good
Oh enggak,
strategy by
nice
Team
banget.
Bisaya
Tuh
Business
dibalikin
targeting the
sama
Dark
tim
Mage,
konsol,
a
langsung
kill
aja
by the
dibalikin.
Gladiator there for the Dark Mage of Team Conso. So
Dikejar, dikejar.
another kill for
Ketahuan
Team
juga
Bisaya
dikejar-kejar lagi,
Business
ketahuan anjir.
Another kill advantage for Bisaya Business. But I think
Wow.
this is not the first time that Bisaya Business participated
Ketahuan
in
nontonnya,
the
Cok.
tournament. Same goes for Team Console, right?
Yeah, correct. And also another down for Team Conso right there.
Kapan ya gue bisa
Team
ikut kayak
Bisaya
begitu ya
just
turnamen ya?
taken an
Asik nih.
advantage for this match. And we do have the last how many minutes?
We only have like 6 minutes left. Okay,
6
6
minutes and we'll see on how Team
Aku
Conso
sih
will
Bisaya
bounce back
Business ini
since
sih jago sih.
the Dark Mage of Team Bisaya Business is dealing a lot of damage and also Petrified being cast
Ooh.
for the Gladiator. So he's been
Stunya.
petrified for almost 15 seconds and can't do
Anything.
can't do anything. He's just standing there watching, doing some TikToks.
It's like posing, doing some TikToks. That's the scary thing about
Mati tuh pas
Dark
Archer tuh.
Mages. When they
Gas tuh.
cast their petrification on you, it's like
Gila,
being
kencang amat.
pinned down on one spot. Unfortunately, in your case,
Ya mati.
it's not doing
Buset,
anything to
buset
defend
por Archer.
yourself. So it's worse than being, used by, or it's worse than the Force Blader's skill, the field of
Gacor,
execration or
gacor.
execration that actually holds
Gak
you down in the
mati
position,
loh.
but you can still fight back if you have the mana for it. But in petrification, you cannot do anything. In
The other
that
team
particular scenario.
can't damage you, you can't really do anything. Also, Amduins, I would like to highlight the Gladiator of Team Conso here. A great save for him for the Force
Banget
Archer
Bisaya
kills.
Business
I
si
saw
jago loh.
it earlier for 800 HP and he casted his shield on the FA and survived the match. So I really wanted to commend the Gladiator. So that's why Gladiator between this kinds of tournament is very flexible.
Yes, that's
He can
true.
really support, he can really deal damage, especially when using his BM3, especially when doing the synergy. So that's the advantage if you have the Gladiator. That's why the one with the circle one, the jump, that's the critical one. If the Gladiator uses those skill, that can really deal a lot of damage in BM3.
Right. And, it's also the presence of mind of this particular gladiator from Team always keeping an eye out for the Force Archer because he really knows that without the Force Archer there will be no sustain, and it's gonna be easy for Bisaya Business to take down most of his teammates. That's why he's always keeping an eye out on the health of the Force Archer of Team Console. Unfortunately, that particular support is not enough, and I don't think the
Correct,
Shadow
correct.
Shield is also doing much of a dent in this particular match right here, because the Bisaya Business is picking up every single team members of Team Console like butter, like flowers or flies.
And I wanted to commend the Bisaya Business for doing a great job targeting the BM, the Dark Mage, and also the FA. Since
Yes.
that's one of the classes that the defensive skills is not really good. So
That's
that's why
true.
they are really targeting those ones. Just like the early match, just like the earlier match, Team Mango Javier targeted the Force Archer. That's why they have the win.
hmm
So I think this Bisaya Business have those strategy as well. So with the last 3 minutes of this match, I think let's see if Team Console would bounce back or can bounce back.
Actually, not to damper the mood, Bro James,
Mhm.
it's gonna be really tough for them to bounce back in this one.
Mhm.
Not
Mhm.
unless they can actually pin down, the key members of Team Bisaya Business, but
Mhm.
which I think is gonna be really impossible for them to do because
Mhm.
of the synergy that Bisaya Business is showing in this match right here,
Si Bisaya
trying
Business dapat sih.
their best to just focus their attention
Yeah.
on the FA and the Dark Mage.
Mhm.
So if you can see, if you can only observe, the only characters that's being blown away into smithereens in the Team Console lineup is just the Force Archer and the Dark Mage.
Mhm.
I think most of the
Mhm.
kill
Mhm.
that came from their team is from Bisaya, is
Yeah.
from the Dark Mage and FA from
Mhm.
Bisaya Business.
Mhm. Yes, that's correct. Since a lot of their kill counts come from those classes, and also
Yes.
since the Dark Mage is also dealing a lot of damage for Team Bisaya Business here, he's doing his job really well. The switching places from time to time and also hitting, dealing damage, giving the buffs so he can really support his team to deal a lot of damage and also kill a lot of players from Team Console. So that's why they have the advantage for this match. And also for the last 1 minute and 30 seconds, Bisaya Business have the kill advantage for this match, and a lot of kills are coming from the DM and the FA.
hmm That's true. So yeah, as much as we want to cheer for Team Console for actually,
Mhm.
or to actually win this one, it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be a bit
Mhm.
impossible, because they know the priority. They know who to prioritize. They know who to target. And in this case, for Team Console, it's gonna be the squishy target.
Mhm.
Given by the class of Force Archer and Dark Mage.
Mhm. Mhm.
Unfortunately, the support that these classes are getting from the Force Shielder and the Gladiator is not enough to keep them alive in the field.
Yeah, as well, I would really commend the Force Archer of Bisaya Business here because he is really doing a great job on sustaining his teammates.
hmm
So the HP of his teammates is not
Sasaran nggak dikasih
really
kabel loh.
down,
Ketat
no?
banget
Not
tuh anjing
really
mainnya.
not going at least 70% at least.
hmm
Oh, the DM is down again for Team Console. So last
It's
20 seconds of the match, and
yeah,
I think
last
Bisaya
20
Business
seconds.
will win since the advantage or a lot of kills coming from that, and they just enjoying their time here. They're just enjoying, and
They're just having
let's
fun.
yeah. I think they given up, and
Udah
congratulations
banget
for
winnya
Team
bisa
Bisaya
bisnisnya.
Business
Oh, okay.
for winning the
I
match.
just noticed now that their logo is actually RoboCop. My God,
Yeah.
man. That's a creepy smile, man.
Yeah, I think it could really give a fear for their enemies
Yeah.
between the matches. But I would really commend the team.
Kalau jualan setidaknya ngotak dikit lah. Ini berarti kalau ada orangnya. Channel kosong. Waping yang gua. Opat mah harga sadis loh kalau jualan barang gua.
In this I have this really fill you in with the recent matches. So I think the both all of the teams are having the strategy of going to kill force archer in the darkness. So if you have the force archer on your team, I think it would be better to protect, to support.
That's
so
true.
so that's the reason why other teams lose this tournament. So they couldn't really help the force archer. They could really sustain. So that's the reason. That's why they're keep on losing. But let's see on the upcoming matches on how they can win. So wait for that. And who
Right.
will be the next match?
Right, because it's really, you know, it's really a common thing, everyone. So it happens in every tournament that we have that the most targeted class is, it's gonna be the force archer, the force sorry, let's say wizard as well, dark mage, and even the force blazer. Okay? These are the squishy targets that is commonly being targeted by PS class such as, let's say, blazer, force gunner. You know, these classes, they are squishy in their own way, but
Ih,
of
gua
course
nggak
they
tahu.
have their pros and cons, and you have to understand how their skills work. And in order for you to actually prioritize who to target first, is it gonna be the in the lineup? Of course, if I'm gonna go up against the two classes, two squishy targets, which is the dark mage and the force archer, I'm gonna gun for those class in order for me to earn myself some points, and at the same time give me an advantage to actually win the tournament.
Yes, and that is since if you really kill those classes, I think you have the advantage over them. So that's the reason why other teams are really targeting those classes. But since it's really about the kills. So this kind of tournament is really all about skills. It's really all about strategy on how you can use the classes very well, on how you know the buff, the skills of different classes. That's why other teams win.
Right. So again, if you think that they're just on the field, they're just trying to
Uh-huh.
Kata
attack
gue fieldnya sih
each
kecil
other
banget sih.
randomly, then guess what? They
Kecilan ya.
are planning everything. They are
Mhm.
strategizing everything.
Kalau
So it's
menurut
not
gue ya,
happening by
fieldnya
random.
kekecilan.
They're not attacking anyone randomly. They are
Kalau menurut
planning,
gua,
a strategy. They have this
Mhm.
plan that they want to execute. But of course, it's up to each other. It's gonna be really tough for them to execute this as as swiftly as possible. And there you have it. Our next match is gonna be Selena's Angels versus the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
Wow, a great logo for between these trees. I really like the
Oh,
logos.
right.
I really like the logos. But for the lineup would be the Force Shooter, Warrior Force, Archer Blader, and the Force Blader. For the band would be the Wizard, so it's a Selena Angels. While on the Power Ranger side would be the Warrior Archers, Force Archer, Force Shooter, and Force Blader. And the band would be the Gladiator. Wow. I think that this is good.
It is definitely going to be a good match. Especially now that I am not seeing any gladiator in the mix. So what's gonna happen? Because just like a while ago when we were discussing the team composition of Team Console, there was this one gladiator who's always keeping an eye out on their force archer. So it's I think if the attention of everyone is not really at the force archer, that particular should have survived a little longer with the help of that gladiator. But right now, they just have to rely on the shadow shield that will be provided by the force shielder.
Well, for this one, Anduin, so the difference would be the Dark Mage for Team Power Rangers here. So it would be on how they could use their Dark
ada
Mage
bawa
and
force
also
gunner
Force
loh,
Blader
kenapa
for
ya?
Team Selena Angels here.
Kenapa jadi bawa force
That's the
gunner?
different. That's the different one for the lineup.
Again, guys, this is Selena's Angels versus Power Rangers. If you are supporting any of the teams right
Ada
here,
loh yang
again,
ngambil
the
loh.
winner of this tournament will be sent
Apa ya?
to where? Brody?
I think it's Thailand. So the last last, yeah. And they will represent so will fill in the last valuable spot.
Yes.
And
So,
going to Thailand.
I hope we can actually experience this in Thailand to actually cast this. Oh, come on, guys, make it happen! Me and Bro James going to Thailand.
Yeah, that's a very good one. And also,
Yeah,
let's see.
come on, guys. Come on.
Kan nomor aja ya.
So fast.
We will do the
Please,
Tagalog
Boba.
broadcast for Cabal. Let's make it possible, guys. Come on. Do you want to see Bro James and Andrew go to Thailand?
I think it's a very good combo.
Yeah, I mean, I've been practicing my, my Thai. Sawadee ka. I've been practicing. Okay. Just kidding, though. Anyway, I hope it can happen, though. I hope it's not gonna be impossible. But yeah, focusing on this match, again, we're gonna witness the battle between the Angels and the Power Rangers.
Hidupkan
So,
FPC
who's your
6
bet
LZ4
among
FPC 6
the two teams that will fight
C6 LZ4
in our
FPC
next
6
round? Who's gonna be your bet?
Well, I would
Pecet,
support the
LZ4.
Selena Angels here. So since they
Anjay.
really have I think that they have the advantage. But let's see. So I think for you, who will win this match?
Just for the just for the contrast, I'll support the Power Rangers because I'm a big fan of the of the Power Rangers ever since I was a kid. So yeah, go Power Rangers, or else
Yeah.
Zordon will be mad at you guys. Okay.
So let's see
Or-
on how they can really strategize or take the W between these teams. So I'm
Right,
very excited on how they could win and how they could use their classes between these games.
Oh.
I mean, we have here some crucial classes that we can actually observe. Let's start with the Blader. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the blader has the field of fear, and of course, it can actually do a lot of things in during clash, right? And at the same time, the buff that's gonna come in from the side of the warrior as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of that additional lifeline, they have to rely on their force shielders
Garis dulu
shadow
deh,
shield.
bentar guys.
Now the only
Mm-hmm.
difference between these two lineups right
Wah,
here is that the rangers, they have
Mm-hmm.
the gunner, they have
Mm-hmm.
a
I
gunner,
mm-hmm.
they have a force gunner. So I think it's gonna be really easy for them to snipe a target from afar,
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
unless the blader of Selena's Angel can get close to the force gunner and take him
Mm-hmm.
oh,
out.
oh, oh, oh. Oh,
Well, for me,
ada
if
force gunner.
the Selena Angel here could pick down the first gunner, I think they would have the advantage.
Yang
Since
gue pengen
if
tonton nih ada force
the
gunnernya.
Power Rangers
Itu
here use their
dong.
force gunner really well, and the force gunner can really do a great job on hitting those targets, hitting those enemies from time to time, and to deal continuous damage, they could win the match. Especially this is a best of one.
That's right.
Iya, ada
So
force
So
gunner.
that's
Asik
the no that's
nontonnya.
the for me that's one strategy that they could do. I think to target the dark mage and also the force gunner as well.
mhm. Okay,
Ah!
so we're about to start the
Bentar
match
guys,
right
bentar
here.
guys.
So, according to some of our viewers, go go Power Rangers! According to Jake Birak or Bayarak, and then Jin Gaming XC shoutout po sa kaibigan kong si Chan Domingo, mataas tumalo.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. If you support your team here, don't hesitate to chat and also share our stream. Tomorrow
Yes,
would be
day
I think
number two.
tomorrow. Yes, day number 2 of our tournament. But don't but we have an exciting matches for today. We do have a lot of matches, guys. So don't worry.
Right.
So I see here a lot of schedules
Pindah lagi,
are
pindah
being
lagi.
lined up.
Mm-hmm. Because we just
So
celebrated our,
Power Ranger
anniversary
versus
recently.
Selena
So
Angel.
congratulations, Cabal
Power Ranger versus
and
Selena
mm,
Angel.
Combo Interactive. Okay,
mm,
congratulations and happy anniversary to you, bro, James.
yeah. And
Lumayan.
for the team also, thank you for having me. So
Yes,
very excited for the coming years to come.
yes,
And I'm very excited for the upcoming updates and also for the upcoming offline events so that we could see each other.
right. I hope we can actually do this kind of
Mm,
tournament on site.
mm-hmm,
If we're gonna be doing this in the Philippines in the future, let's do it
mm-hmm,
on site.
mm-hmm.
It's gonna bring back the hype.
Also the nostalgia
Yes,
of going to malls to watch tournaments,
yes,
right? Mm-hmm,
definitely, definitely. So there you go, guys. Again, we're just waiting for the signal from our um, GMs or maybe
mm-hmm,
organizers to actually start this fight right here.
mm-hmm,
So again, we have Team Selena's Angels versus the Power Rangers. So
mm-hmm.
who will win? We don't know yet.
Well, let's see, let's see. I think what can you say about the lineup between the two teams?
Well, they have their own advantage, but
Mm-hmm,
if you're gonna ask me, most of the most of the class in
mm-hmm,
in the Power Rangers team are all squishy. It's the same with Selena's Angels though, but the only advantage that the Power Ranger has is that they have more um, ranged class compared to Selena's Angels. As you can see, they have the Force Gunner, they have the Force Archer, and they also have the Dark Mage. Whereas for
mm-hmm,
the side of Selena's Angel, they only have the Force Archer, and that's pretty much it. No
mm-hmm,
more other no more other ranged class
mm-hmm,
for the side of Selena's Angels. So the target for Power Rangers are squishy, but the thing is, can they actually get close before being overwhelmed by the damage
mm-hmm,
of these ranged class right here? So that's gonna be the question.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's correct. Since if the both teams can really use their shadow shields as early as possible. I think it would give them an ample time on strategizing on who will focus fire between the teams or between the classes. Oh, I see a lot of disconnect for Team Power Rangers here. Their warrior just got disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
That's true. But then again, we just
Mm,
really
Ini
need
orang Indo
to
anjir.
make sure that
Mana
most
itu
of
orang
them will be
Ranger Ranger.
present during the clash.
mm,
So I think we're just really waiting for this to actually happen because there has been some technical
mm,
issues, and
mm,
of course we don't want
Udah tahu nama
any
konsepnya?
mishaps happening inside the
mm.
game. So that's why we're here.
Yeah, I think it's true. But it's also about on how the different teams will really utilize their classes. So their classes, and I'm very excited on how the match will go through. Very excited for that. So I
Hmm.
think let's see on who will win, and a lot of underdogs,
Hmm.
and also a lot of Indonesian or foreign players are also playing for this match, for the matches.
That's right. That's why,
Mm-hmm.
it's really crucial that you cheer for the teams that you like. Show them your
Mm-hmm.
support by
Mm-hmm.
chatting in the chat box or in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, you can support us as well by following and subscribing to Combo Interactive to stay
Mm-hmm.
updated in the happenings in the world of Cabal. And yeah, in order for you to support the tournaments even further.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what
And
about you, bro James? If ever you will be part of the tournament, not as a
mm,
caster, but if you will be part of the tournament,
mm,
are you gonna change your class? Since I think you can, you can actually choose your class right here. But let's talk about that later on. We're gonna start
yeah.
our match right here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. I think the match will start right now, and also for Cell here just cheered for Team Power Rangers. Shout out for Power Rangers. So
hmm,
I think a lot of supporters. I think these Power Rangers are foreign players, Indonesian players. So match BMs up for both of the teams. Shadow Shield is not casted as early as possible, and now
hmm,
casted by Team
casted.
Selena Angels. Oh,
Oh, there
again.
you go. They're
Oh,
trying to
late.
cleave every single squishy targets from the side of
Mm,
Power Rangers right here, but they
Macam
were
mana?
not
mm,
able to do so because I
for
think
mm,
Power Rangers was also able to activate their Shadow
Oh,
Shield
itu belum
just a
datang
blink of
lagi.
time before Silinas Angels was able to get close.
Oh, itu
and
mah yang
also a
pesan
very
harusnya
good
wewe, gue
strategy
malah pesen.
by Team uh,
Ah, wah.
Selena Angels here. The first archer is doing a lot of damage, and the the blader just casted his
Oh, mana
intuition.
Fusiana?
A
No,
very good
lihat
call.
dong. Berubah dia, berubah dia.
Mm,
I think someone
Orange.
actually
Push.
got knocked out on the side of Power Rangers, if I'm correct.
Two, two,
I think
So,
I think
two,
it's not. I think the heal
two.
came through, so that's why.
oh, okay.
So that's why the kill count is not yan. Oh, I think yan. Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
okay, there you
FA is
go.
down
The FA is
for
down.
for the Power Rangers.
That's what I'm talking about, bro
Mm,
James. The
mm,
targets are very squishy. As you can see, the the uh, HP of Ranger Pink is just 6,100, 6,812.
mm,
So compared to the lives of the Force Archer from, I think they have the same, but
mm,
it's about how you can actually close the distance. If it's gonna be the Blader who's dealing most of the damage, then the Ranger Pink or the squishy targets from Power Rangers will really don't stand a chance against Selena's Angels.
Well, one thing for Power Rangers to do here to gain an advantage would be targeting the FA or targeting
Target,
the
yang satu
Force,
target kalau
force
nggak salah
Blader at
target.
least, since a lot of
Ah,
melee classes
tuh.
for Selena Angels here. So only the FA is the long range one or the range one for Team Selena Angels. So I think that's giving a hard time for Team Power Rangers running around instead of doing damage for other classes. But I think they really have those advantages if they could really utilize their class very well. And also the Force Gunner of Power Ranger is
Mhm.
on a critical
Oh,
HP. Mm-hmm.
they really have to escape. I think what's happening here is the Power Rangers are being pressed or being
Mm-hmm.
pushed back into a corner wherein they cannot really deal so much damage because
Mm-hmm.
each and every single members of Selena's Angel is chasing after them. So
Mm-hmm.
knowing that you guys are, a very squishy targets, you cannot do anything but run.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Fortunately for the side of Selena's Angels, aside from the Force Gunner, let's consider the Dark Mage. The Force Shielder and the Warrior cannot deal so much damage, and at the same time, he really needs to think about himself alone. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yes, correct.
he's a very lax because he doesn't have to do anything but just make sure that his teammates are well sustained.
Well, for this one, I think the Blader should should be the focus for Team Power Rangers seriously because he's one of the classes that wears squishy as well. But well, let's see. Oh, the Force Archer is also on critical HP again. So they're really pressing the FA and the FA is down again. So both of the teams are targeting the FA
Hmm.
since it's really one of the classes that's not really good on the defensive side.
That's right. That's right. But
Ternyata
again,
ya,
how can you actually
kalau gitu-gitu doang
focus
gue
or
juga
bring
bisa
down
main.
the Force Archer of
Tuh.
Selena's Angels if your
Mhm.
Force Gunner, the only damage dealer that you or the decent damage dealer that you have in your team, is
Oh,
also busy running?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. That's why the even Selena Angels here have the 4 mini classes. They have the advantage of closing in on to the force gunner of this Power Ranger here. The moment the force gunner of Power Rangers deal damage, one melee class from Selena Angel will close in, and force gunner will not deal damage again. So that's
That's
the
right.
advantage for Team Selena Angels here. And also a
Yes.
really good sustain by the Force Archer of Selena Angels.
Yeah, there you go. Massive healing. Everyone's
Massive
HP is up.
heal. Yes, and also he casted his Art of Sniping to deal additional
Yes.
damage using his BM3. So that's the advantage of the Force Archer. It's being used very well.
Yes. And as you can see now, in this particular team composition that they have, the disadvantage of Power
Mm,
Rangers lineup is already showing.
mm,
So it's a very good lineup, but against the four melee characters who's a bit beefy with the Shadow
mm,
Shield and the buff coming in from the Warrior,
mm,
it's gonna be really difficult for you to actually escape, especially if you come across with a Blader class on your
mm,
opposing
mm.
team. Blader is also known for closing target in a swift manner. So it's a really really I think the Power Rangers right here are in a very disadvantaged
Mm.
situation
I,
as
I
of
I
now.
wanted to commend the Selena Angels here on even though the Shadow Shield is casted for Team Power Rangers, they easily break through the Shadow Shield of Team Power Rangers for the Force Gunner. That's why the Force Gunner used his tactical armor very early as possible, and I saw that he casted his adaptive barrier and also the reactive technique. Oh, I think that that's not a really good strategy since if you really use those two buffs from one another, you will have that disadvantage.
Hmm.
I think the correct usage for me of using those buffs, those defensive buffs would be I think adaptive barrier. Then you have those additional once you have those once it can really not sustain you defensively, you can use tactical armor, and once the duration it up is up, you can use the reactive technique, so you can have absolute damage of 180 only. You can deal a lot of damage between those
Wow.
10 seconds. So
Okay.
whatever the damage that the other team is giving, the Force Gunner will only receive 180 damage. So that's the beauty of the reactive technique of Force Gunner. So
Again.
I think
Right.
that's an error, but a mistake that can cost their team a win. Then again, the Force Gunner is dead. So that's why you can that you should protect the Force Gunner, especially for this match or the upcoming matches, because that's a hot eye or a hot
Hot
spot.
hot spot.
Yeah, hot spot for the team to
Right.
really gain a lot of kills to ramp up their kill count as well.
Right. As you can see, guys, again, in terms of the Shadow Shield, okay, it can only absorb as much, as much as 2,100 damage. Okay, it can only absorb so much, and plus at least another 100 per level. So let's assume that, your Shadow Shield can actually absorb, let's say, around 20,000 damage, but with the overwhelming damage coming in from these classes right here, especially the the Blader and the Force of Blader working together for the side of Selena's Angel, holding you in one spot, pretty much every single one of those squishy targets in the form of the Force Archer and the Force Gunner. It's gonna be really, really tough. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a tough situation for
Mm.
Power Rangers.
Especially if you're the target, the Shadow Shield can easily be breakthrough. So that's why the Force Gunner is opted to use his tactical armor as early as possible. And also, Selena Angel's FB is on critical HP right now, and they are leading the game with last 30 seconds of the game itself. And the Force Archer is dead again for Team Power Rangers here. So they're
So
really targeting the Force Archer and the Force Gunner. So,
yes, that's the key. You have to use mana freeze, field of execration, field of enervation, each and every single debuff that you can actually think of, and it actually works on their advantage because they don't have a wizard to actually clear
Yeah,
those
yeah.
debuffs.
and as well as the Team Selena Angels here, they're really utilizing and a win for Team Selena Angels here. Congratulations. A really great match.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Selena's
for
Angel.
Ranger.
Congratulations for them. A really good match. I really enjoyed watching them. I really enjoyed watching their match. So,
As a matter of fact, I honestly thought that it's gonna be the Power Rangers who will actually bring home the W for this, particular round. But unfortunately, the flaw in their team composition actually showed up as they went toe to toe with Selena's Angels, um, being beefy and aggressive as they come, because again, you're too busy dodging, whereas the most of the members of Team Selena's Angels is just trying to chase you and deal damage in a very close range manner. They are really meant for close quarter combat. So what a great team composition, plus not to mention that they have a Force Blader in the mix to actually hold down every single character using execration or field of execration.
well, that is also the disadvantage of Team Power Rangers. There is the Force Archer and also the Force Gunner is being killed simultaneously. So that gives them a disadvantage on their kills. So, well, I would really commend on how they I would really commend on how they play the game. So I'm very excited on the upcoming matches on how the other teams will use their skills, will use their strategy on how they could really use their skills very well. Well, I'm very excited for that.
Right. And as you can see, I think that's gonna be one of the best reason why you should never opt out your skills as early as possible. You really have to wait for the perfect timing to pop these skills of yours. Um, Again, the shadow shield can only do so much. If you're gonna keep on running, if you're gonna deal damage, it's gonna be really, meaningless. Yeah, the shadow shield will be meaningless because you're just gonna get chased down by these classes, and you already understand and you know for a fact that um, you cannot really keep up with the damage you're dealing and throwing your character. So at some point the pressure is really there because you have to consider the damage, the overwhelming damage being dealt by the Blader and the other melee characters from the side of Selena's Angels.
Mm-hmm. That is that is true, and that's the reason why they. I think that's the reason why they released the game. So I think the force gun and force gunner is not really protected by their respective classes. But the good thing for Team Selena Angels there is even though there is one range class, the melee classes do really did really a great job for targeting those specific classes to not deal damage even they switch. And I
So
think for the lineup here, so the next match will be from Team Death Squad and Team
that
Pride.
squad and Indo Pride. Okay, I think that this is not the first time that I've seen that in the Indo Pride.
So for the lineup would be for that squad would be a Force Shielder, Warrior, Force Gunner, Force Archer, Darkness, and the band would be Carry Leader. For Team Indo Pride is a Warrior, Force Gunner, Wizard, Force Shielder, Force Archer, and the band would be a Blader. So wow.
Okay.
A very squishy lineup, but let's see who will win.
Well,
So
for the side of for the side of Indo Pride, I'm not sure because I've seen the name and I'm familiar with some of the players there. When it comes to communication and prioritization of the targets, they get the job done. But now that they are facing the Death Squad, I think the Death Squad is not really, new in terms of this particular tournament. They already know what they're doing. The only difference between their lineups is that there's a wizard and there's a dark mage on that squad, and there's a wizard in the Indo Pride. Now, the thing is, who's gonna be the priority target of the Force Gunner of each team? Is it gonna be the wizard, the dark mage, or the Force Archer? Because aside from
Correct.
these classes right here, the only difference between the two is the dark mage and the wizard. So
well, that is
that's where our analyzation will actually revolve.
well, as we can see here, whenever those classes use as class general, they could win. Even though the difference between these two things will be the wizard and the dark mage. So dark mage can deal damage. The dark mage can give a lot of debuffs to enemies, especially his anti-heal. So we can see on how they could use their dark mage. I think it would be very effective if dark mage use some of these petrifications to the force archer of the other team or the force gunner, so he could really do a lot of damage.
The thing is, Indo Pride has the wizard. Okay, so the wizard can actually just remove the buff being given by the dark mage. So that's where this particular matchup gets exciting. Who's gonna outsmart who? Because if the dark mage will be casting some debuff, the wizard will be there to actually remove the debuff. So it's only a matter of presence of mind and skill activation, if you're gonna ask me, because they really have to keep an eye out on every single
Yeah.
status ailments of their teammate. For example, the wizard has to keep an eye out who's being debuffed, so that the wizard can actually cast the debuff removal from that particular target. So it's a matter of being really, really observant in the field.
Yeah, and also I would really wanted to highlight that whenever whoever kills the first team would really win this. I think if they could really use, or if the force gunner can really hit simultaneously can do a lot of damage, they could really have an advantage for the upcoming minutes of the match, and they could really squeeze in their strategy on who will be their target to accumulate kills. So, well, let's see on how these teams can utilize the Force Gunner and also the Warrior as well. Since even though one of the underrated classes for me is a Warrior. Even though a lot of players don't use the Warrior class is one of the very versatile classes in Cabal. Can do damage, have those defensive skills, and also have those suppression debuffs. So that's the reason why a warrior is also important in this kind of tournament, especially with its team.
So the winner of this particular match right here will be facing Selena's squad later on tonight.
Wah,
So
apa juga ya kill demonic
that's
alisnya.
gonna be
Tumben.
that's gonna be
Ada lagi
what's on
Force
the
Gunner.
line.
Indo Pride
This
nih.
particular match right here.
Ini
It's
nih
either
gue
that squad or Indo Pride
main
will go
juga
and,
mereka data.
try and beat Selena's Angels later on in our matches.
Siapa aja yang main sih?
Wow, that is really an exciting match. I think a lot of players are pumped up, and also I think let's read some chats on the chat box while we are waiting for the game. So here Ben Malone said that boss bro, masyarap sa asawa nagkalagay ng video. And also,
What?
wow.
What's that, man?
And I think the game will have start after the video is gone. But also a lot of our watchers also wanted to do some side bets. Wow. I think
You can.
yeah, and I can handle the bets if you want to.
We can keep it for you guys.
Yeah, we can keep it for
Yeah,
you guys
money
if
down,
you really
money
want it.
down. Come on, guys.
And I think a lot of supporters from the pride here from the Soul Cell. So they are really supporting the squad here.
Genos, yeah, we have Genos right here. Go, Pride.
So I think the match will now start. Ambulance, but BM up. For both
BM up,
teams.
let's go. So let's see who's gonna go down first. Who will draw first blood?
Okay, the
Bentar, cepet amat anjrit.
is really
Okay.
looking for target. Shadow Shield is not really casted as early as possible right now.
They're
So
waiting
let's
for the
see.
perfect opportunity for them to
Yeah.
cast the Shadow Shield. Again, you have to clutch it. You have to time it perfectly, or else it's gonna be too late for you to cast that particular Shadow Shield. And there you go! That's gonna be your first blood being drawn by that squad. And Shadow
Alien.
Shield now being activated. Oh my god, I think the Indo Pride activated their Shadow Shield a bit late, man.
Late, yeah, and as you can see, the wizard is dead before the Shadow Shield is being casted. So
That's right.
that's the reason why you should have these. It's better to cast the Shadow Shield as early as possible, since whenever the first team is dead or the class is dead, you could really have the disadvantage, especially if you use your full buff simultaneously.
Langsung mati 3 loh.
Okay, I think in this particular match right here, they are really focusing on the squishy targets in the Indo Pride. Wow, it's about the third time that Jenkol from the Indo Pride, the team, fell down or got knocked out. Especially with the Force Archer Juren, they're just farming points by taking out the squishy targets from the Indo Pride. The Gunner has been taken out as well. Jekyll is also going out a while ago, especially Juren, my lord.
Yeah,
Death
so the
Squad.
Death Squad is really targeting the squishiest one, which is the Force Gunner, the Wizard, and also the Wizard as well. a lot of kills coming from that squad. A lot of kills that squad get is coming from the wizard as well.
That's right.
So
The thing is, you know, it's really I'm not sure how to put it, but then
mhm,
again, they both have the Force Gunner, but maybe like what I said, it's all about who's gonna outwit who's gonna be outsmarting who. Because as you can see, this time around we have our first kill for the side of Indo
yeah.
Pride. Is this gonna be the momentum shift that they're looking
Mhm,
for, or is this just a fluke on their end? The thing is, I think the Dark Mage is doing an awesome job selecting and picking the class that he or she will be debuffing,
mhm.
confusing the Wizard of Indo Pride in the
Yeah.
process.
And as I also see here that the Force Archer is being targeted, even he wanted to sustain, even he could wanted to sustain himself, no, he's really being targeted by Team Death Squad here. That's why he can really deal a lot of damage. But I would really commend the Force Gunner of Indo Pride here because he is switching places from time to time to deal a lot of damage, targeting those Force Gunner and also the FA of Team Death Squad D here. And they're being squeezed into the very tight spot.
That's right. But um, that's true. I want to commend the Force Gunner of Indo Pride as well. But the thing is, if you keep on moving from one place to another, that means your damage per second is being interrupted. And as you can
Mhm.
see, he is being chased down every now and then by some of the team members of that squad. And there you go. A while ago, Matoa just got knocked out in the process, just as I was
Mhm.
like describing what's going on. Jenko going down as well. My lord, the Death Squad
Mhm.
is really not giving any space to the Indo Pride,
Mhm.
giving them
Really
hell.
targeting, really targeting those classes, and also very exciting match.
Mhm.
The Force Archer of Lightning Arrow DM is really good on using these DM classes as well, dealing a lot of debuffs. Wow, 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 wow! I was really this a very good. I don't think again the F is down, so that's the reason. That's the reason why some teams uh are losing. So I think it really would. I think it's the best if they could really wanted to protect the wizard as well, also the force archer as well.
Mhm.
So with the last 5 minutes of the match, Team Death Squad is having those advantage as well.
Me, if you're gonna ask me, I think it's really, really, we're not gonna be able to finish the entire 10 minutes. That squad will be winning by
Mm-hmm.
actually killing everyone
Yeah.
in Indo Pride by filling up that particular uh, missing gap in terms of
Mm-hmm.
points, by
Mm-hmm.
gaining the needed points to fill that meter. So we don't have to finish the entire 10 minutes. We just need to decimate every single squishy targets that we can get our hands on. And as you can see, we are really close to the end of this match right here.
Mm-hmm. And that's a really good strategy by Team Death Squad here since they really use the Force Gunner really well, even being dead or being dead for for different time. But Shadow Shield is casted for Team Indo Pride here. I think they really wanted to give their best in winning this tournament.
Mhm. That's true.
So,
That's true.
mhm,
So I am really, really, as you can see, Jankol got taken out again,
mhm, mhm.
responding. But I think that's gonna be enough with still 4 minutes in the clock, and I guess our match is about to end. And we
Mhm.
Langsung
already know who's gonna
kelar
be
lu.
facing Salinas Angels later on tonight, and it's gonna be the Death Squad.
Yeah, and congratulations for
Bercanda
Death
ini.
Squad. They are really good strategy, but
Ini
I
bencana
would really
dunia ini
commend Indo
bencana.
Pride for doing something that they really wanted to do. And
Waduh.
I think it's just the lack of
Ente
communication, but
ente.
they give their best. I
Mhm.
really think they give their best. But that squad is
Aduh.
just the greater team for this match.
Ente nggak sih? Ente kan ya?
That's right. And of course, our next match is gonna be Totoy Al versus Pesel Madyun. And
I think another foreign team as well. And Totoyal, if you remember from the past
yeah, I
tournament.
know.
So I think they are really wanting to go to win and go to Thailand. I think this would be I think this is the third time they are joining the tournament.
Yeah.
First from the ano, but well, let's see to the highlight.
Okay. There you go. So again, guys, I really thought that it's gonna be a big close match at this point because they have the wizard to actually nullify the debuff of the Dark Mage. But as you can see here, it's like it went downhill after Jenko got taken out, Matola got taken out, even Duran, the Force Archer, is having a hard time of finding the perfect spot in order for them to support their teammates. That's why it's a very, very difficult for Team Indo Pride to actually bounce back and at least get a point kill to that squad. Because that squad, they already have their eyes locked on their targets, and that's the Force Archer, the Wizard, and the Gunner.
Well, for me, a lot of skills come from a lot of skills that that squad build is coming from the wizard of the team in the pride here. Since wizard is not really good on the defensive side, I think that the wizard has one or two defensive skills and also a short duration. That's why if the wizard is targeted simultaneously, it could really give a disadvantage for the team itself.
That's right. So that's why, as much as we want to actually cheer on to our Indo participants right here, it's tough because, it's really punching.
Kecewa, penonton
The
kecewa.
lineup of that squad is really, really punching. And I think that squad right here, they are what? They are Pinoy.
Good game lah.
Most of them are Pinoy. I've seen
Udah mencoba
them,
nice try.
I've seen them like in person. Some of the members of the Dad Squad. I think that was when we had an event last time in Greenfield. Most of the guild members from that squad actually joined, the event. So yeah, kudos still to the Indo Pride. I hope you don't stop participating, but that's as far as their journey goes in this tournament right here. Because again, there are greater things at stake here, everyone. It's not just the championship, but the opportunity to represent the entire sea server in the upcoming tournament that will be held in Thailand.
Also, the glory of representing the
Yes.
sea server on Thailand and also to win the World Championship, I think so. That's a really great glory. But, well, let's see. Oh, I think a lot of players here in the chat box. So, a lot of Indonesian players and also Resel Kaya yan battle. And, I think a lot of trash talking also. One trash talk here from Apollo Indo, 1% win rate. But, well, you don't know. Oh, so this would be the
Sayang
lineup
sih.
for Totoy Al, Dark Mage, Force Shielder Wizard, Force Archer, and Force Blader. While on second, Madinu, the Force Archer, Force Shielder, Dark Mage, Force Blader, and the Grand Wizard.
Again, guys, Totoy Al, one of the best teams that I've seen so far. So yeah, let's see how are they going to do here.
I think this will be the first time they are participating in this tournament. So they are really not giving up the perseverance of to gain the dominance, to gain the glory here.
That's right. So again, in terms of the lineup, I think they have similar lineup with the ones that we have a while ago. The only difference in this lineup is the Gladiator and the Wizard. So I think Manu has the advantage in terms of the class lineup. But I cannot really speak for the experience of play before. We've seen everything that they can actually do for the tournament and for their team. So I can't wait to actually let their strategies speak for themselves in this particular matchup right now.
Well, I think the Pesel Madiun will have that advantage, but we'll see on how Totoy Al could counter the gladiator of Team Pesel Madiun here, as just like what I said earlier. If that gladiator can have the ability to be a support character, a DPS character, so
Monyet, gue kira high tilau ice. Maksudnya high tilau ice. Masa high tilau all you can eat? Maksudnya gimana, Rick? Telepon.
But also on how wizard can do for the team to do a lot of skills. Because in the first match, Anduin, since in the first match, the wizard is one of the MVP on the first match. Because the other team is really target the wizard, so he's continuing damage, dealing damage simultaneously, switching places from time to time. That's why they got the first match is a 15-0 score.
So I really can't wait to actually witness the match between Alan Tessa. And as you can see in the comment section, we have some
Masa satu ternyata gue kira high tilau ice. Emang pesan satu high tilau bego. Kata korban kiri.
Good mix of supporters in our chat right now. So again, speaking of supporters, please do help us reach at least our milestone. We have one to actually enable us to keep
Sih gua cuma pengen lihat si Tepet joget-joget aja sama Gilbert sih.
And also,
Gue pengen lihat Tepet sama Gilbert joget-joget aja kan. Ada income Ring, tenang Ring. Ada.
Very excited.
Tenang Ring. Lu bersama teman yang selalu tiap hari tuh ada income-nya Ring. Tenang Ring. Dari mana-mana income-nya Ring. Tenang Ring. Tenang Ring. Jangan takut tidak ada income Ring. Tenang Ring. Lu jangan kayak gitulah. Aman itu Ring. Aman banget. Gue yang ngajak high tilau bayar sih. Yaudah all you can eat aja, all you can eat. Deal, all you can eat aja kok kayak gitu. Gue kira lu tahu, makanya gue iya aja. Gue kira lu tahu, Rick. Sumpah. Guys lah, gue buat tempat ramen di BSD. Ramen di BSD atau di Udon. Udon? Apa itu? Gue nggak tahu itu. Atau Nikudon, gue nggak tahu Nikudon apa itu. Oh, beef ball, boleh. Atur aja Rick, asal kita bertemu kembali dan bermain bersama ya. Udah lama kita tidak mabar nih. Lu mah kebiasaan Rick, yang live gue udah mau kelar lu baru masuk. Lagi Februari awal atau tanggal ya it's okay Kinshana yo. sana. Nah, langsung kita gas ya. Kita bermain-main game yang jangan lupa ya Nintendo-nya. Gue minjem ya Switch-nya main Bayonetta ya. Gue gak akan lupain itu, Rick. Tidak akan saya lupakan. Nintendo gue gak ada. Lu adanya apa? Switch ya? Apa sih? Dibuat main Bayonetta. Ah. Bayonetta. Oh, jadi Nintendo lu jual. Jadi beli laptop gitu. Ah. Wakata. Oke. It's okay. Tak pula. Tapi ya udahlah. Baik, level gue offin dulu lah. Gue mau belanja barang dulu buat kebutuhan besok. Makasih ya, Rick. Kita ngobrol di grup aja, oke? Hai guys, gue pamit undur diri dulu. Kita ketemu di labs selanjutnya. Gue akan nunggu lu Rick pulang ke Indonesia, oke? Gue pamit undur diri. See you on the next live. Bye bye. Gue tunggu lu Rick, gue tunggu.